So we are playing Napoleonics at Chris's. Thanks for hosting, Chris. Chris and I are doing the French, and despite the fact that we both speak French, we should communicate in nothing but French. We won't. We've got Mark and Rob playing the British and their friends. So let's just start off. We're doing one brigade for each person, and it's roughly 200 points each. So Rob, what do you got? Although you might not even know. So we're doing Peninsular.
I've got a brigade of 2 British line battalions.
Yeah.
The big fancy flags.
Yeah.
Some Badeners
That are Portuguese today. Yeah. 2 guns.
King's German Legion gun and a Portuguese gun and a Brigadier.
Yeah.
Well,
And this is Mark's fancy periscope building, which I love.
My Asiatic building.
Yeah.
So what I've got here is I've got British Line, Squadron of Dragoons,
Yeah.
Light Dragoons,
Rifles.
British Rifles,
Brunswickers.
Brunswick Lights, and British Gun.
Awesome. So it's about 400 points. So it's 400 points total for the two together. We're running commanders for the brigades, or strategy rating 7 each, and each side has a overall commander at strategy rating 8. Chris, you are running. We're France, but it's France with some allies, right?
Correct. This is the 3rd Foreign Regiment, so the Irish, then 2 Line Regiment, and 2 Light Infantry Regiment.
Light Infantry Regiment.
Correct.
So you're basically the foot sloggers, and I am running my cavalry brigade. I spent an inordinate amount of time today highlighting this unit here. Way more time than it deserves, but whatever. They're looking fine now. So I've got chasseurs, dragoons, cav brigade commander, dragoons, and then 2 horse guns, and then the overall commander. And we've set up just for victory points, going to be just 1 point for each unit killed. We're still kind of new. Some of us are new to Black Powder, and to be honest, I haven't played it that much this year. So we've added simple objectives of the lion statue here that the British probably want to keep away from the dirty French. And we've got a supply wagon that's covered in sandbags. Should have put some more sandbags around it, but whatever. We don't want the table to be too cluttered. We're deploying from the table edge on. And the French side got the honor to... there we go. And the French side has the honor of going first, which actually is probably not the greatest, because my aim here was with my cav is if I go all the way out to here, if I get a good roll for my moves, he just walks on and just obliterates them. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. But yeah, you know what? I'll be bold. Whatever. They're just French, right? So we already did turn 1, and in a non-surprising turn of events, none of my units came on the board. So Chris's units did 1 move, and then the British, all of their stuff came on at least.
So how does it work for the obstacle? Because I have 3 moves, so 2 moves takes me here.
Well, you have to break into skirmish formation to go into buildings, but to go over the stone walls is fine.
Yeah.
The stone walls, you'll be slowed if you're in attack column.
Yeah.
But I mean, you didn't say that you're going to go into skirmish.
I intend to be in skirmish here along the wall.
Okay, so
I'm not going any further than
once
that.
You're in skirmish, it's easier to go over the wall. It doesn't disorder you.
I won't go past the dice anyway. That's what I had said. You didn't hear it, but
I saw him set up.
He wasn't listening.
It was in French.
No, c'est même pas, je me suis installé.
Oh, there you go. So we're now on to turn 2. Your guns ended up on the hill, but didn't unlimber. Is that right? You're only 1 move, and everybody else is in line formation, except for the bobs over there, right?
Yes, the skirmishers are skirmishing.
Yeah, 2 units of skirmishers versus 2 units of skirmishers. God, who's the ass that made these lists? Oh wait, it was me. So while he's moving up, I'm going to use the actual commander to get my strategy rating 8, because this won't do. Although you just know I'm going to blunder, right, Rob? So the battle is progressing nicely. My horse are still off the board, to no one's surprise. My guns did make it
This
on.
line is going to shoot at that.
My guns were able to make it on and unlimber, and I shot at Rob's limbered guns on the hill. Chris was able to, because it's an attack column, was able to move the infanterie légère
Nothing?
from attack column into skirmish formation and take that objective and take pot shots into there. He only moved once over here, and then now the British did what? You shot into my guns.
And missed
Missed
miserably.
horribly.
Thank you very much.
The Badeners and this unit of... They're lights, these guys? No.
No, they're all line.
They disordered and caused a wound on one of my guns. And now it's already our turn 3. So we have one objective. They have the lion one here, but I need some models on the board here pretty
Change
soon.
Quickly.
Yeah, I'm going to be declaring charges here pretty shortly, so we'll see what's what. And I'm told that the periscope, the Asian periscope building, is pretty cool. What am I looking at?
Up a little higher. Up higher.
I don't see anything.
Because you're looking up too high. You got to raise the camera
An angle.
and angle down.
Oh, an angle there. Okay. Oh, wow, yeah. Let me see if I can zoom in. Hang on. So that's a model's eye view. Defending the thing. That is pretty cool. I thought it was one of those periscopes where, you know, you look into it like this and then it goes down and down, but it isn't. Still pretty cool.
But they only have one face.
So the battle's getting pretty furious
Yes,
now.
only one face there.
Rob's British are in the middle, holding the lion statue. I was able to get some cavalry on the board. These guys are off board.
5 and a 6.
I was going to try, while this cavalry was still limbered, was going to charge the dragoons
So this is
40-something
right?
inches into the
Yeah.
limbered guns, but he was
This
able to
one?
limber
no,
them.
this guy.
Okay, they're already
I've been
already
shooting
disordered.
canister
So
with
far,
this gun
Yeah.
into here, but I mean he's been making his saves, and then now
No. The
his
two more-
gun
two more
counter
pairs.
battery fire
He's
was
now-
able to
he's-
disorder
so
the unit of
let's see what
dragoons, so I
happens.
can't issue an order with them,
Morale.
because if you see from their view,
I'm past my stamina. Yeah.
they have a good line of sight into that one unit
So
to
let me
make them
see
form
what
a
happens
square.
when I pass my stamina.
Over here, Chris has attack column lined up for them. Chris
Okay.
tried to get his guys into the buildings, couldn't, so shot, disordered, and caused a wound on the limbered artillery piece in the middle. But Mark was able to get the Brunswickers and the rifles into the buildings. So now, what you guys looking up now?
I'm -3 on the break test right now.
Still
I'm +3
because
so,
he's disordered.
yeah.
Yes, because
So-
you're disordered and you have 2 wounds
That's it.
more than your stamina
Correct,
rating of 3.
correct.
So it's you roll 2d6.
Yes.
And it's -3, and you want to roll double sixes. This is where you want to roll high.
8.
So it's a 5.
5. Infantry retires.
It's from shooting. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you fall
from
back.
shooting. Yeah. The infantry retires. So these guys are gone.
No, they're not
No,
gone.
they don't-
sorry,
They move
fall back
one
one
move,
move.
12 back.
Okay,
yeah.
so
And then their excess wounds goes back down to 3, and the
Okay, yes.
brigadier can issue a rally
correct.
order to bring him to 2.
Show.
Yeah, that was a good show.
So back to 3. I keep the dozer and the shake.
You can put them back on the... Well, yeah, you're going to be putting them back up there. There's no
Yeah,
point putting them on the
they-
magnets.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, cool.
Okay, well done.
Well, this is why you have your Irish to
Correct.
take their position.
Plug the gap.
Actually, no. We want to smash these 2 units first. Cool.
Do you have any special rules for them, by the way, just before you finish moving them all back?
Skirmishing. There's no
just
there's no
skirmishing?
leadership rules for them.
Okay,
No.
No.
Okay.
No, unfortunately. The Irish have a special rule, so they can shake off disorders on a 5+ at the beginning of the turn.
It's because they're drunk.
Probably, yeah.
Compensate for some of the other shooting.
for these guys,
Yeah,
shooting
that's
at
right,
that gun
that's right,
and
that's
rolling
right.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
So at the end of the day, all that happened was they fell back. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
12 inches. Yeah.
Okay. And you've got the buildings.
Yeah.
I can't believe my canister wasn't able to do anything over here, though. Like, I did 2 wounds, but, man. And they're disordered. They're still off the board. And it's our turn at least?
Yes.
Okay, turn 4, a lot of shooting.
Not much.
Well, a lot of ineffectual shooting.
Yeah.
So on their turn, they were able to. Oh, did you take a break check for them? They retired. They
I
retired.
did take
yeah,
the break
okay.
test, and I had to retire.
Yeah, so they were able to shake them. We subsequently joined the commander and did a rally order
I
on
still
them.
want these guys to get in.
We were able to shake the
Close that.
limbered gun,
Yeah.
but it is disorder, so it can't
There's two
unlimber.
moves, so
But it passes break check.
I'd like to move them back 2 inches.
These guys shot and shot and shot
should.
some more. Disordered them, caused a break check.
I don't
They
think these guys
passed.
need to do anything.
No, but you
My
need more
guns
They need more support.
just couldn't hit anything. They were disordered, so they couldn't charge. They tried to charge the line unit here, and in retrospect, having all cavalry on one flank sounds cool. But when I'm charging infantry, all they're going to do is form it a square, and then by the rules, like they have to form it a square, and my cavalry stop.
Yeah, they're not tanks, man.
No, exactly. Yeah. So in hindsight, I would have been better off having some infantry support. But I mean, we're still learning the game. But at least all my units are on the board now, which is a plus. And of course, these guys tried to move and failed with the brigadier. So now it's their turn 5. And yeah, what are you guys doing? Yes, I'm recording. I may as well record.
These guys would like to come over and fill the gap,
Oh, like before? So
Yes.
they need a 2 move?
and they want to move back in out of canister range.
You should probably move the back one first to give room for these guys, because otherwise they can't move, right?
What
They
is
can't.
that?
They can't end. Oh, you just want to move them like
2
the
inches.
one at 2 inches? Okay, then that's fine. So go ahead.
The guns, well, 8.
So no.
So you can't do anything.
Well, you didn't say if you were using the divisional, which I
Well,
doubt you were.
yeah.
No.
So these guys don't move now. So the brigadier can't issue an order because he flubbed this one. So now this has to be on the divisional, right? I'll let you guys worry about the rest of your moves, because if he flubs up the divisional, then Mark's out of luck. But Mark, you guys are pretty much in position,
I'm pretty
right?
much in position. I don't think I want to
So
move.
he probably wants to use the divisional
So-
then?
But I do want to attach the divisional commander to the artillery,
You mean the
to
brigade?
the brigade commander,
And remove one?
and
Yeah.
move one.
Yes.
Okay, I'll
Perfect.
use the divisional commander to make these moves.
Yeah. So it goes off. So you
Fine.
Yeah,
turn him
Yeah.
into a
Yeah.
march column to go here, and then reform. So I just move them. Just do the shimmy.
Yeah, you're fine.
The
You-
Bremen
you got it.
shuffle.
Yeah.
So it's a 2 move.
Plug the gap.
Yeah.
And these guys,
Yeah. No, they can't move back. They failed.
Oh,
Those guys failed.
that's right.
Right. So the brigadier tried to move them back out of canister range here.
And failed.
Not that the canister's doing anything. Let's be honest.
yeah, but all it takes is one good round.
Yeah, but this is me
Pardon the
rolling.
pun.
Yeah, one good round. That's perfect, Rob. Anyways, we'll see.
Let's play this again.
Yeah,
shall we?
I would say that's.
So we were able to
I gotta
break
get
2
it.
units. No, 3 units. We broke the gun.
Yeah.
The commander had joined, and luckily didn't roll a 6 to get carried away with the gun as well. Finally, all of this shooting into the 1 unit of line caused them to break. And finally, the canister target barely broke and run. So we're doing all right here.
So you got an open
Doing all
center.
right. Yes. Now we need to. Now, if these guys weren't disordered, I'd be able to exploit that gap. But he's probably going to use the Badeners to fill it and get away from the front of his guns, I'm
Big
sure.
shape there.
I'm gonna take those
So we broke 2 of their units, and we just dodged a major bullet. They failed to cause another wound on this unit to reshake them. They shaken and disordered the Irish brigade, but they passed. My disorder comes off here. Mark had to move his dragoons out because they're going to get shot to hell. And if the dragoons go down, his brigade is down to half, so that would cause a test. So I'm going to declare a heroic charge on the dragoons. Hot dragoon on dragoon action. So we'll meet in the middle somewhere, and I'm sure it's bound to be bloody. So in a climactic round, Chris was able to shoot the Brunswickers out of this building. They ended up being at 4 wounds. Their stamina was 3. Their morale is really low, so they only have a morale save of 5+. So they broke. I charged with these guys here, the Dragoons. We met in the middle. We fought. He had ferocious charge, but I had 2 more dice. I won the combat by 2. I took 3 wounds, so I'm shaken, and I took my break test and just retired because I rolled double 6s, which is great. Unfortunately, Mark rolled like a 4, -3 is like 1, so they're destroyed. So now, at the start of their turn, there's a number of things that happen. So 1, your brigade has to take a test
Yes.
because you're below half.
Yes.
So if you fail this, then the army takes an army test because there's only 1 brigade left. So let's first roll that.
Okay. 2 dice, and it's on the same chart, right?
I believe it is, yes. So you rolled an 8.
So I think that means I stay.
Yeah, they might
7
retire,
plus.
yeah.
7 or more. Yeah.
So they stay. But let's just say let's just say they're falling back, then each of your guys can form square only, and if they move, they have to retire. That would be your brigade.
Yeah.
And even though you passed, I'm not sure, even if you passed that, whether or not Rob's brigade would have to take a test too. No, I don't think so. But anyways, it's fairly late. Did you guys want to just call it?
Certainly. I don't think we have a hope in winning.
I don't
That's
think we
for
do.
No.
sure.
Okay, so we'll probably just call
It's
it.
a question of weeding back and.
Yeah, because now, look, we have this one here.
Yes.
And at the very worst, I'm going to contest this one all day long.
Yeah, you guys haven't had a single unit leave the table yet.
No, not
so
yet.
Yeah, we've
had a
been lucky
breaking
that
the
and
way.
chances of ours doing that
Yeah.
are going to be slim to none.
All right, so we're going to call it then, gents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, don't sound all dejected, Rob. You're like the proponent of it.
He wants to go. He's ready for nap.
He's ready for nap time. We're playing naps. We're playing Napoleonics.
Yeah.
So that was a fun game. We're really weird dice, I gotta admit. Yeah, all cavalry with no infantry on one side, so you can't charge anything. Because I couldn't charge the infantry. All I could do is make them form square. Oh yeah, so the thing that made me win this actually was I charged the Dragoons. These Dragoons declared a charge on the Badeners simply to force them to form square and then not be able to support them, while simultaneously they move up halfway and supported me. So this is like the only tactical brilliance I had. Had the game gone on, they would have then been destroyed by shooting.
But it's because they came in late, and so
Because
they were
came in,
fresh.
they're fresh. That's right. Yeah. So that was a great game. Thanks for having us, and Chris, and thanks for coming, guys. And we shall get more painted. And plan is to have this table be supplanted by an extra table for the next time, so we can play this way. Anyways, that's it for now. Cheers.